Hello everyone and welcome to the next installment on how to make French disco house. My name's Andy Van from Super Disco Club and Madison Avenue. You may remember a track I made back in 1999 called Don't Call Me Baby. Okay, here's a snippet of what we'll be making today. I've been a massive disco house fan since the mid-90s and have bought hundreds of French disco house tracks. And one of the labels that heavily influenced me was Roulet. Founded by Thomas Bangalter in 1995, this label only put out 9 releases. But this label and many other French disco house releases in the mid-90s made a big impact on me. So the first release on Roulet was titled Tracks on the Rocks, with 5 tracks all produced by Thomas Bangalter. And the track that did it for me was Ventura. So in this video, I'm going to recreate something inspired by Ventura, but not a full recreate. So let's start with the disco sample. Thomas really found a unique sample for this one. He used this small 1-bar section just here. Next, we need to do some side chaining. If you're not sure exactly what side chaining is, just check out one of our earlier videos, say French House Part 4. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, let's side chain this sample. Then he pitched it up, somewhere about 4.28 I'm guessing. That's excellent. Next, let's do a quick arrangement. Let's do 3 1-bar repeats of the sample and then 4 quarter-bar repeats. Next, let's put some multi-band compression on this to give it some more edge. Next, we need a kick drum, and the Roland TR-909 was a huge favourite in French house. Ableton has a killer 909 kit. Let's use that. That's already sounding awesome. I love it. Next, I'm going to put in what I call a top kick, which is basically just a tight tap sound on the top of the kick. Next is another TR-909 element, an open hat. I'm using one of my favourite crunchy 909 hat loops to give it more of that aggressive 90s French feel. Then let's add in some closed hats and a strong aggressive clap. I'm using a clap loop from my personal library and adding some compression and multi-band dynamics. And let's also add in a tambourine loop. Let's listen to all the drum elements so far. Yep, that's really sounding great. A few more elements to add. Let's add a ride cymbal and a reverse crash cymbal. Let's listen to all the drum elements and the sample together. Seriously, that is sounding awesome. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And if you want this Ableton French House file, please consider joining our Patreon. The link is below. Okay, back to the video. Next step is bass layering. This is where we have 2 exact copies of the same disco sample on different channels. On the lower one, we'll EQ or filter out all the mids and tops of the disco sample, so you'll just hear the bass. Check this. So on the lower bass channel, I'm running a multi-band compressor, just pushing the bass. Then I'm also using one of my favourite bass enhancers called Love End, which is free from Analog Obsession. And then finally, I'm using Utility to mono the bass. And on the upper channel, I'm filtering out the bass and just have the mids and the tops of the disco sample. Let's listen to both channels together now. Awesome. Next, let's do some arrangement. Let's copy this 4-bar section to the intro part and automate the low-end filter to filter out just before the drop. Then let's make a middle breakdown section. To do this, we'll copy the main sample 7 times, and this time I'm going to filter out the top end to create a moody bass moment. Let's have a quick listen to that breakdown moment. We're almost there. I've got one more sound I'd like to add, and this is a squeal kind of dog barking sound that I'm adding. Next, I'm going to automate the filter to filter out some of the top end of that dog sound. And then finally I need to arrange the breakdown part going into the final drop. Okay, we're done. Let's give the whole track a listen. That's it, we're done. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope I was able to help any producers wanting to get that French disco sound. If you want this Ableton project and all the SDC racks in it, consider jumping over to our Patreon. The link is below. By the way, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about disco house and house music production and want to support us so we can make more videos like this, then please consider joining our Patreon and becoming part of that community. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next video.